So I'm going to give you guys 10 things in no special order on how I became debt free. So like I said, once I got home, I created a financial plan. I remember I love little notebooks. Here's my notebook. This is my actual notebook that I wrote it down. This say wild ideas on it, like crazy. Because honestly, guys, I thought I was freaking crazy, but I knew I had to do it. So I wrote down a plan, my financial plan, on how I was going to become student loan debt free or overall debt free. I told myself I wanted to give myself 2 years just to pay off my student loans and 3 years to become overall debt free. So my student loans was a little over $24,000, and then the rest of my debt was another $25,000. So nothing of this magnitude is going to be accomplished without a solid plan. So I wrote that down. I told myself, I gave myself a time. I told myself an exact amount, like a minimum. My minimum was $1,000. And some other things I did. I created a simple budget. Millionaires, wealthy people have a budget. If you think that you could go through life striving financially without some type of budget, okay. But I created a simple budget because I needed to know where my money was going. And like I told you guys, this let me know how much I truly could afford. Then I started to examine my budget and seeing that I needed to eliminate and reduce some expenses. So I started with some subscription boxes. I had Curlbox, which I love my league, absolutely love her. But I had to cut my Curlbox. I had Sephora Playbox. I had other makeup subscription. I think I canceled 4 subscriptions, guys. Like, I had to do it. So I canceled some subscriptions. I called around and tried to get my auto reduced, which I accomplished. What else? So I just started slashing expenses. I was able to reduce my expenses. That allowed me to allocate the over $1,000 amount. Then I began to find ways to make extra income. How I did that, sold things around my house, on OfferUp, things like that, like furniture, old furniture, outdated stuff, whatever I could do, I did. Other things that I did credit repair. Whatever I could do to make other extra income, I had to do it in my spare time, of course. And then I started to, and this was big, guys, I had to start saying no. And what I mean by this is I had to start saying no to events, parties, weddings. Like, I couldn't do as much as I wanted to. It was hard, but it had to be done. It had to. There was no other way I could be allocating so much towards my debt and attend every party or every event, every birthday party I wanted to. It just was no way possible. Another thing I had to do during this journey is learn how to control my expense categories within my budget. So during this journey, immediately adopted a budget, and I realized there were certain categories that my husband and we weren't budgeting together, but I found that my portion towards this, like our groceries, he was going over and I was going over from what he had budgeted each month, and I was allocating too much towards groceries. So I remember going online and looking for ways to reduce my grocery cost. I adopted generic products. I started shopping with a list, and I stopped going to the store as often as I was doing in the past. Like, I stopped going like just on a random Wednesday to pick up one item, because then my intentions was to go for one item, but then I'll pick up 5 other things, or I'll take my daughter and she want things. It was just destroying my budget, but it was a learning. So once I started to get certain categories under control, it really helped me on my journey. Other thing that I did was as I began to become successful in my career, I got promotions and bonuses, things like that. I repeat, I did not increase my lifestyle. I stayed living in my same neighborhood that I grew up in because I knew that my mortgage was affordable. I knew this area was pretty cheap. Like, I didn't go out even though I want to, and even though I want to now. During this journey, I did not go out and buy myself a new house like I wanted to. I stayed put. I stayed in my house, which I do love my house, but I'm ready to upgrade. But I stayed in my house. I got a car that was more affordable. That allowed me to allocate more towards my debt and still be able to travel during this journey, buy my daughter like small gifts for her birthday, just still live life by doing that. A couple other things I did on this journey was remind myself every day that this sacrifice was temporary. This was not going to be forever. I put myself on a 3-year cap, so it wasn't forever. And when I tell you guys, I told myself every day, I would literally look myself like, Shira, that's my nickname, Shira, this is only temporary. You got this, girl. You could do it. Like, yes, they're going out, they look great, they're having fun, but like literally my friends was taking trips out of town, weddings, my sorority sisters, my fans was living their best life, and guys, I wanted to be there with you so many times, but I knew I had to do this for me. But I had to remind myself because it was hard, very hard, but I reminded myself daily that this was only temporary and that it was going to pay off. Other thing that I did was I stuck to my plan. Like, and this was huge. And what I mean by this is I stuck to my plan no matter what was happening around me. Like I said, there was parties, weddings, like I did not care. Like even during the whole COVID-19 pandemic, I'm nervous. It's so much uncertainty. I felt a little scared because a couple people was getting laid off at my job and I was new. But I had to just trust myself, trust my process, and stay on my journey. I knew I was so close to the finish line and I couldn't stop. So I always say this to people. Stick to your journey no matter what is happening around you. Of course, save. Like when I started this journey, I saved $1,000 and that's kind of all I had. Everything else went to my debt. But definitely have a comfortable emergency fund while you're on this journey, whatever is comfortable for you. For me, I like to take risks, so $1,000 was okay with me. And I knew deep down that if I needed anything, my husband could help me out. But I stuck to my plan. And the final thing that I did on this journey was I found people that motivated me. I followed people on Instagram that are also in the debt-free community. Savvy Girl Money Instagram and YouTube channel kept me motivated. So you want to be around and see things, see people, be inspired by things around you. And the debt-free community on Instagram, the hashtag, kept me motivated. It kept me inspired and it kept me accountable. I know that the Savvy Girl Money page is inspiring so many people, but me inspiring y'all or motivating y'all daily helped to keep me motivated. Like I knew I could not stop. So guys, I told you about how I got in debt. Started out in college. I told you about my plan and how a conversation led to this plan. Overall, I paid off over $24,000 of student loan debt, about $20,000 of auto loan debt, and the rest was from my credit cards. In all, I paid over $50,000 because you know interest grow. It's honestly, I can't even tell you to the penny how much I paid off because interest occurring every day and I was just trying to fight it. But But it's been great, and I hope my story and my tips can motivate you to also become debt-free. Thank you for watching, and if you have not done so, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel as I continue to motivate you and give you tips on becoming debt-free. And follow me on @SavvyGirlMoney on Instagram, where I talk about money and motivation daily there, and I provide tips. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week.